Hey everybody, I've got what I think will be a pretty quick video for you, although it may end up stretching out a little bit. I want to do two things in this video. First of all, I've got a new custom run that I want to announce. Some of you may have already heard about it because I've already done a couple shorts on it. And secondly, I want to share with you some exciting pre-production photos of the upcoming Eric's Trains Appalachian and Western 060T steam locomotive that is coming out later this year. We got some pre-production photos back from the factory over in Asia, and I think you'll be excited to see what it looks like. So first up, the custom run. We are doing a 3-pack of the Lionel PS2 CD 4427 hoppers from the 2026 Volume 1 catalog. These are the crude mock-ups of the hoppers that we're doing. This is not the finished artwork. We won't get the finished artwork back from Lionel for quite a while, but these are the crude mock-ups, and these are going to look fantastic. It's a 3-pack, so you have to buy all 3 hoppers. They're not available individually. You have to buy the 3-pack. And as you can see, we've got 3 different paint schemes and 3 different road numbers. So we've got an Appalachian and Western paint scheme like you've seen on the other custom runs I've done. And then we've got 2 patch jobs. We've got an ex-Conrail patch job and an ex-Milwaukee Road patch job. So yeah, there's certainly some variety there. Now, just to get the pricing part out of the way, if you want to order this 3-pack, the pre-order price is $336 for all 3 hoppers. You only have to put down a 10% deposit now. The rest you can pay when these arrive, and the estimated arrival for these hoppers right now is third quarter of 2026. You can buy these through Legacy Station. I'll put a link to the order page up in the corner of the video, in the description of this video, and also in the comments down below. Now, of course, some of you may be wondering, why am I doing a 3-pack of hoppers? Why not a single hopper? Why am I doing these patch job paint schemes and not having all 3 of them have the Appalachian and Western paint scheme? Whenever I've done these custom runs, especially the freight cars, the number one request I've gotten from you guys is, can you do more than 1 road number? You know, when we did the box car and the flat car with the trailers, there was only a single road number. And a lot of people said, I'd like to get more than 1 road number. So this addresses that. Now you've got 3 cars, 3 different paint schemes, 3 different road numbers. And then in terms of the patch jobs, well, I did this to add a little variety to the Appalachian and Western ecosystem. I didn't want to just keep doing the same paint scheme over and over and over and over. You know, when you're building a train and you've got a railroad like the Appalachian and Western, not every car is going to have the Appalachian and Western paint scheme. You're going to have some patch jobs. And so I think this goes a long way to adding some realism to the whole thing, adding a little grittiness, and just adding some variety to the Appalachian and Western ecosystem. It's a 3-pack, so you get to add a lot more cars to your Appalachian Western train, and you get some variety all at the same time. I think it's really cool, and based on the feedback I've gotten from you guys so far, a lot of you guys are really excited about this as well. Now, the next thing I want to address is, I'm sure some people are saying, well, why can't I just buy one of the hoppers? Why do I have to buy all 3? And that has to do with the minimums needed to get these things to happen in the first place. So when you do a custom run with Lionel, when you do a freight car at least, you have to sell at least 100 of them for Lionel to put it into production. And so if I did 2 or 3 road numbers, I would have to sell 100 of each of those. And if I sold each of those cars individually, I've got to take 100 orders of each individual car. And so what I worry might happen is I'd sell, 150 of the first road number and maybe 50 of the second road number, and all of a sudden we can't make that second road number, and the people who ordered that second road number can't get it, and then they're upset. So this way we've got all 3 road numbers in the same pack. If we sell 100 of these 3-packs, bam, we're done. We've got 100 of each road number, and Lionel can put them into production. So that's what it's all about. It just makes it easier to ensure that we can make all 3 of these cars without any issue. Plus, there's just the overriding truth that 3 cars are better than 1. And then finally, the overriding reason why I decided to do a 3-pack of freight cars right now rather than a locomotive. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's been a lot of new catalogs lately. We've got the new Lionel catalog, there's a new Third Rail catalog, there's a new Atlas catalog that just dropped. So there's a lot of new trains to choose from, and I know myself, I'm a little overwhelmed. There is so much stuff to choose from right now. I've really got some tough decisions to make in terms of what I order, and what I can afford. And I know a lot of you guys are saying, man, my wallet's going to be hurting with all these new catalogs coming. And so with all of these catalogs and new trains coming, I wanted to do something that was relatively affordable, that people would be more easily able to fit into their budget than a big locomotive right now. And, you know, I know a single car would be even more affordable, but $336, I figured, you know, that's relatively affordable, and it's something that more people might be able to fit into their train budget right now with all these catalogs coming out and all these new trains on the way. Now, again, if you want to order one of these 3-packs, the pre-order price is $336. You only have to put down a 10% deposit now, and then you can pay the rest when these arrive. And again, the estimated arrival right now, at least, is third quarter of 2026. And again, I'll put a link to the order page up in the top corner of this video, in the description of the video, and in the comments down below. And again, as always, I want to emphasize that if you want to get one of these 3-packs, you have to pre-order it. We are only going to have Lionel make as many as we get orders for. So if you don't order one, you won't be able to get one after the fact. It's not like you can wait until they're on sale later on. If we get 115 orders, we're only going to make 115 of these 3-packs, and that's it. So if you want to get one of these, you have to order it now. The order cutoff date is February 17th, 2026. So just make sure you get your order in before then. Now, moving on, let me show you these pre-production photos of the upcoming 060T steam locomotive that we're doing. These just came back a few days ago, and as you can see, I think it looks great. They sent us photos of both sides and the front and the back. And, you know, the lighting's not great. It's just sitting on a table at the factory over there in Asia. But it looks great, I think. It looks exactly like I thought it would look like, and I'm very excited about this. Now, I'm not sure when these are actually going to arrive here in the States. If I had to guess, it'll probably be, you know, spring, summer, fall, something like that. So it's going to be a little while until they actually arrive here. But yeah, they are going into production now, and based on these pre-production photos, I am super excited about it. So yeah, that's all I got for you. Again, if you want to order that 3-pack that we're doing, the price is $336, 10% deposit due now. The rest you can pay when they arrive. And that's all through LegacyStation.com. And like I said, I'll put the links all throughout this video. So that's going to do it for now. I'm Eric Siegel. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. To discuss this model or any other O-gauge model, or just to talk trains in general, check out the OGR online forum at ogrforum.com.